Yeah. Did you know I'm a realtor?
Well, aren't all real estate agents realtors?
No, not actually.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are honored that for over 35 years, we've been able to come alongside you, selling, buying, and investing in real estate over 3,117 times. Not only that, though, we've been able to come alongside you to build your fun, build your faith, build your fitness, build your finances.
Cool.
And even strengthen, heal, flourish in your relationships. We're going to discover the contrast between a real estate registrant and a realtor and why that matters to you. Matters to me too, but it probably matters to you even more. And you probably didn't know there was such a distinction.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, all realtors are registrants.
Right.
But not all registrants are realtors.
Okay, you're going to say that twice, at least once more, maybe not 3 times.
Okay. All realtors are registrants. Not all registrants are realtors.
Okay.
So what's the distinction? Here's the distinction. When you do your licensing to become a real estate agent, it can take anywhere from about 3 months to a year.
Yeah, it'd be hard pressed to do it in 3 months today.
Yep. And then you write some exams, you do a simulation, and you get your real estate license. At that point, you are a registrant.
Right. You're a registrant as soon as you have your real estate license and you've passed your courses, and it's a 75% pass.
Yep.
Kind of a fun little tidbit, just info, because I like to give this stuff out. Just because somebody gets 76% or 75% doesn't actually equivalent to being an inferior realtor or real estate agent over somebody that gets 100. That's not where I
don't think anybody gets 100 because they try to trick you in their wording.
Well, I know people that have gotten, I think, 100.
Yeah?
Yeah, we had one of our agents that did that. It doesn't make them, though, a better realtor than somebody that gets 75 because a significant portion of what's in the exams isn't actually exactly like it is in the day-to-day. Just saying. Right? That real estate registration, and you've probably heard me say this before, is just enough to make us really dangerous. You really need to get some experience, a solid brokerage behind you, a board behind you.
Yeah, that's the other thing is you can get your real estate license only if that license is held by a registered brokerage with RECO, the Real Estate Council of Ontario. And what that means is there's oversight.
Right.
So you're a new licensee, you have oversight by experienced people who are broker of record.
That's a good thing for the public.
Yeah, and there's insurance. You have insurance as a real estate agent, as a registrant. There's insurance for your deposit. If you make a deposit on a property and it's held in the trust account of the brokerage, there's insurance of the realtor, errors and omissions insurance if they make a blatant mistake.
And that's whether they're a realtor or a real estate agent.
Yes.
They still have errors and omissions insurance.
As a registrant.
Right. As a registrant, they're not totally rogue.
Right. Now, their license will have to be with a brokerage who is not part of the MLS or the realtor.ca or the Canadian Real Estate Association, because that's where the trademark realtor comes in. And realtor, by the way, should always be spelled all capitals with the registered trademark at the end, because it's become like Kleenex. You know, Kleenex is a brand, but people say, "Can you pass me a Kleenex?" as opposed to, "Can you pass me a tissue?"
Right.
And that's what realtor has become. It's become synonymous with
real estate agent.
With real estate agent.
Or registrant.
But it is different than a registrant. Although a registrant can be a realtor, a realtor has to be a registrant. I know, I'm getting confusing here. The whole point is, when you choose a realtor, they have extra tools that a registrant does not have.
Right.
And they apply or conform to a different or a higher set of code of ethics.
Right.
So they have specific things that a realtor must do that a registrant doesn't have to.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so some of the core tools
Mm-hmm.
are what?
Well, the MLS. But before
Right.
we go there, let's talk about June 5th. We have this beautiful workshop, full day workshop for those that are entrepreneurs, CEOs, business owners, in sales, sales department managers, whoever you are. If you fall into those categories, you do not want to miss this opportunity of the Ultimate Sales Machine Bootcamp. You can go to dekkerteam.com. And there's a thing there saying events. Click on that, and then it'll take you through to the registration, or just to get more information if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where were you going? You were asking me what's the benefit, I think?
Well,
What you were
we were talking about realtor.ca. We were
Mhm.
talking about what are some of the tools
Okay.
that a realtor has access to serve their clients. Ultimately,
Yeah.
it's not for their own benefit, it's for the benefit of the client. So you as a client miss out on some important tools.
Yeah.
And so MLS is a big, big piece of that.
Yes. And to be part of an MLS, you have to be part of a board, a real estate board. And then your membership goes through them to the Canadian Real Estate Association. And then you have access to things like the MLS, or which you access it as the public is realtor.ca. We access it from a different portal because we actually supply the data that fills
Realtor.ca.
realtor.ca.
Right. That's why sometimes always realtor.ca is lagging behind.
Mhm.
They're getting quicker and quicker.
It's within
And
a few hours now.
Yeah. And it does lag behind when you might be set up by a custom search by a realtor, not a
Mhm.
registrant, but
Mhm.
a realtor, that you get in your inbox before you can find it on realtor.ca.
Absolutely.
And that's because it goes out pretty much instantaneously through the internal portal where we're putting the data
Mhm.
to supply to MLS that supplies to realtor.ca.
Right.
Whew,
Right.
that's a
There you
mouthful.
go. Yeah. Now, why is it important that you're a realtor, real estate agent, but realtor? Why is it important that they have access to MLS and you do? Because whether you're a buyer or seller, know that 75% of all residential properties that are sold go through the MLS or realtor.ca.
And
75%.
the next big pocket are properties, new home sales.
Yep.
Don't go on there.
Right.
And then the other piece that's like right neck and neck with new home sales is the number of properties that have a realtor on one side. So it may not be on MLS,
Yeah,
but there is still a
exclusive listings.
realtor serving on one or both sides of the transaction.
Right.
Just because it isn't in the MLS doesn't mean it's not a realtor. And the smallest number
Mhm.
is those selling privately.
Yeah, for sale by owners who do not enlist the service or help of a real estate company, they are the smallest percentage of sales in Canada. So you want to be part of that.
You don't
It's
want to
just-
be part of that.
No, you want
You
to
wanna
be
be
part
part-
of the MLS. Yeah. Okay. So if this is all confusing and you want to know how we could support you, just give me a call, 613-863-6058. That's Yetta's actually. Mine's 613-867-6058, and we can help support you. We're glad that you joined us on Life's Inside Track, because together, when we move forward, together, we've got this.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together.